Hey, are you thinking about buying a place? Nah, with what the market's doing, I'm just going to wait and see. Yep, that's what almost every single buyer in the real estate market right now is saying. Because prices are falling and nobody wants to buy a home that's worth less the day they move in than the day they wrote $200,000 over the asking price with no conditions. And in this video, I'm going to tell you why I agree with you if you're a buyer right now saying, no, I'm just gonna wait and see. All while at the exact same time, I'm gonna tell you why I think that's a pretty stupid statement. In fact, it's such a stupid statement that the only thing possibly ever dumber to do than to say the statement, I'm just gonna wait and see, is to not click the like button right now for the YouTube algorithm. And the reason for that is if you don't click the like button, then YouTube won't push this video out to even more people who will finally hear a real estate agent like myself say, yes, prices are going to continue to decline. And yes, I agree with you. It is looking like you should wait to buy. And also, yes, the whole idea of just sitting back and waiting is actually also pretty dumb at the exact same time.
Say what now?
And after saying that, if I haven't already offended you too much, and you also want to stay up to date on the Surrey and Fraser Valley market, please make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss my next stupid video. And remember that if you want to either purchase or sell your property in what is now a declining market until the Bank of Canada stops increasing interest rates, well, you can book a call with me right now down below in the description with just a few simple clicks at a time that works best for you. And now let's find out why I agree with your stupid decision to just wait and see. If you're not aware, and you'd probably have to be living under a rock not to be, but the real estate market here in Canada absolutely skyrocketed as a result of record low inventory and record low interest rates, both stemming from the pandemic. And here in my market, that means the average detached home price hit a record high of almost $1.9 million. But since the Bank of Canada has now started increasing rates to battle inflation, and inflation is getting worse because interest rate hikes not only lag, but they're likely not going to fix oil price problems or supply chain issues. I mean, the whole thing is a complete mess, and house prices are now starting to come down. So with house prices starting to come down, buyers feel like it's not a good time to buy. Because who wants to buy a home that we know for sure will be worth less the day you move into it than the day you actually sign for it? For example, here is real life footage of people lining up to purchase a home in February with no conditions and with starting bids at $250,000 over the asking price. And now here is real life video of people lining up to get a property with no offers for $250K under market, where they could easily do all of their due diligence with financing and inspection clauses for 14 days. And this is all because prices are coming down. And since prices are coming down, you are just going to wait and see what happens. And while that statement may not really be that stupid, it is extremely fearful. And in my estimation, it's a little bit lazy, because just sitting there to wait and see gets you absolutely nowhere. So stop waiting and seeing now and start waiting and planning. In other words, identify the property that it is you want and at what price it would make sense for you to stop waiting. And let me give you an example. In my market, most 4-bed, 3-bathroom houses on a full-size lot sold for $1.7 million in March. Now, that exact same home is likely worth $1.6 million or possibly less. But with rates continuing to rise, that $1.6 million home could soon be worth 1.5 or maybe even 1.4. So don't be lazy. Sit down and crunch the numbers to know what it would take to put you in a proper situation to buy when the time is right. If that home that is currently on the market at $1.55 million makes sense to you at $1.35 million with 6% interest rates, then now that's your measure and that's what you should be waiting for. So now here's something you can do with your real estate professional or mortgage broker to put you in a better spot. Identify the home that you would have bought in the hot market at what, maybe, I don't know, $1.89 million. Now project where you think rates are going to be in the future and calculate a price that would be acceptable to pay when rates get there. And well, now you have a plan. Because if you're looking at a $900,000 luxury condo and you think that that price is now absolutely nuts, but it would be an acceptable purchase at $700,000, that's totally okay. But now ask yourself, do I have my ducks in a row to get to a spot that I can act on that property that I know is going to be a good purchase when prices and interest rates come together to finally meet my expectations? Or maybe when the monthly payments fit your budget. And well, if your answer is
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to wait and see.
well, then at least admit to yourself one of two things. One, you're too scared about the market and fear is holding you back from one day actually achieving home ownership. Or two, you're realistically too lazy or haven't chosen to surround yourself with the professionals that can help guide you through the process when the time is right. And when a time is right is when that makes sense for you in the future. Please let me leave you with this one final thought. On a recent episode of the Tom Story Show, our guest Emma Pace came up with this statement, and I thought it was brilliant.
Don't just go out there and buy anything, but like you might be able to purchase AAA quality real estate at a discount, which is very unusual. And so therefore that is a very strong opportunity for you, your financial future, or just your lifestyle and your family for 25 years from now to be able to buy the house of your dream in the school districts of the school district of your dream that you could never otherwise get into, that has now kind of pulled back. And you're like, oh, should I do this? Should I not do this? And then 36 months from now, you look back and go, I should have capitalized on that opportunity because I can never get it in that school district again.
To me, this is one of the best points I've heard in a long, long time. In late 2021 and early 2022, anyone and everyone was lining up to buy a property that was a solid 3 or 4 out of 10, and they were willing to do whatever it took to secure that property. And now that the market has cooled, you can get a 10 out of 10 property for an 8 out of 10 price. And well, are you getting my point? So don't let fear guide you through the dip, because waiting for the market to turn around rather than making a very well-educated purchase when the time is right means that you are for sure going to miss the bottom of the market, and you will likely only get into the market when the frenzy returns. Therefore, you will likely pay too much for your future home just because everybody else is willing to do the same. I believe Warren Buffett said it best: be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. And if I'm not mistaken, Warren Buffett also said, click the like button for the YouTube algorithm and book a call with Steve down below in the description. Please check out this video before you go. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in a couple of days.